Rick, this wasn't just a military operation. This was a statement about human potential. As the Black Star moved away from the disabled installations, Captain Kim allowed himself a small smile. The message was clear. Humanity was no longer a species to be ignored or oppressed. June's final analysis appeared on the main screen. Complete mission objectives achieved. Minimum intervention. Maximum impact. The blue pulse of the quantum drive continued, carrying the Black Star deeper into space. Behind them, the hegemony's military infrastructure remained in shocked silence, a testament to humanity's unexpected technological leap. The counterattack was complete. The message was sent. The galaxy would never be the same. The massive conference chamber hummed with tension. Representatives from dozens of galactic civilizations sat in carefully arranged seats, their eyes fixed on the human delegation. At the center stood Captain Daewon Kim, looking calm and confident. This was the Interstellar Diplomatic Conference, a gathering that would rewrite galactic political structures forever. Jun Huang sat beside Kim, his data tablets displaying a comprehensive record of recent events. The Black Star's technological demonstration had changed everything. No one could ignore humanity anymore. The hegemony's lead representative, a creature with shifting metallic skin, spoke first. "Your recent actions challenge established galactic protocols," he said, his multiple eyes blinking nervously. Captain Kim's response was measured. "We seek cooperation, not conflict," he replied. The room fell silent. Hara Park stood nearby, representing the technological team behind the Black Star. Her presence alone was a statement, a brilliant engineer who symbolized human potential. Historical records would later show this moment as a turning point. Humanity was no longer a species to be overlooked or pushed aside. They were now a serious galactic power. The conference lasted 3 days. Each session revealed more about humanity's unexpected capabilities. The quantum technologies demonstrated by the Black Star were beyond anything other civilizations had imagined possible. Economic negotiations began. Alien civilizations that had previously ignored human colonies now sought trade agreements. Advanced human technologies became incredibly valuable. Research partnerships were proposed. Scientific exchanges were discussed. "We offer collaboration, not domination," Captain Kim repeatedly emphasized. This was a crucial difference from previous galactic powers. Intelligence reports suggested multiple alien civilizations were secretly studying human technological advancements. Every piece of data from the Black Star was being analyzed, reverse engineered, understood. The psychological impact was profound. Species that had been suppressed by the hegemony for generations now looked at humans with hope. If humans could challenge the most powerful military force in the galaxy, what else might be possible? Diplomatic channels began shifting. Humans were no longer seen as a developing species. They were recognized as a sophisticated, technologically advanced civilization. With unique capabilities, Jun Huang's strategic analysis became a cornerstone of new galactic diplomatic understanding. His comprehensive reports demonstrated humanity's commitment to peaceful technological advancement. The Black Star itself became a symbol, not of military aggression, but of technological potential. Museums and educational centers across multiple star systems began featuring its design and capabilities. Trade routes that were previously closed to humans suddenly opened. Scientific research collaborations emerged. Cultural exchanges became more frequent and meaningful. The conference's final resolution was unprecedented. Humanity was granted full diplomatic status, with representation in multiple galactic councils. No longer would human colonies be marginalized or treated as secondary entities. Captain Kim understood the larger significance. This wasn't just a diplomatic victory, it was a transformation of galactic understanding. Hara Park's technological innovations became the subject of intense study. Her quantum drive and adaptive shield technologies were recognized as revolutionary. Research institutions across multiple civilizations sought to understand her work. The human delegation returned home, knowing they had changed everything. The USS Black Star had done more than demonstrate military capability. It had shown the galaxy a new way of thinking about power, technology, and cooperation. Alien civilizations that had once seen humans as a potential threat now saw them as potential partners. The balance of galactic power had shifted dramatically. In diplomatic circles, a new phrase emerged, the human moment, representing a sudden, unexpected technological and strategic leap that transformed existing understanding. As the conference concluded, Captain Kim looked at his team. June, Hara, and the other representatives had done more than represent a planet. They had represented humanity's potential. The galaxy would never be the same. Humanity had arrived, not with destruction, but with an invitation to collaborate, to explore, to understand. The soft blue pulse of technological potential continued, carrying humanity forward into an unexpected future, into unknown space, leaving behind a moment that would be remembered for generations. The global command center buzzed with nervous energy. Large screens displayed the aftermath of the Black Star's first encounter with the hegemony. Analysts, politicians, and military strategists watched in stunned silence. Jun Huang stepped forward, his presentation ready. The room felt heavy with anticipation. He clicked a button, and holographic images of the disabled hegemony ships appeared, rotating slowly for everyone to see. 47 minutes, he began. That's how long it took the USS Black Star to completely neutralize 4 advanced hegemony battleships without firing a single destructive shot. The implications were enormous. Every government representative understood this was more than a military victory. This was a technological revolution. Captain, Daewon Kim watched from a secondary monitoring room. His face remained calm, but inside, he knew everything had changed. Humanity was no longer going to be viewed as a weak, developing species. Diplomatic channels around the world began lighting up. Some alien civilizations that had previously ignored or oppressed human colonies were now paying very close attention. The balance of power had shifted in a matter of minutes. Harrow Park's engineering team was already analyzing the encounter data. They discovered something unexpected. The Black Star's systems had not just disabled the hegemony ships, they had learned from them. Every piece of alien technology encountered was being studied, reverse-engineered, understood. Intelligence reports started flooding in. Hegemony communication networks were in complete chaos. Their military command structure was collapsing under the weight of this unexpected defeat. Rumors spread faster than official information, creating a wave of uncertainty and fear. They didn't just defeat us, one intercepted hegemony communication revealed. They made us look like children with broken toys. The psychological impact was profound. Civilizations that had long been suppressed by the hegemony began to see humanity in a new light. If humans could do this to their most feared oppressors, what else were they capable of? Global media was carefully controlled. Only specific information was released, designed to maximize psychological impact while maintaining an appearance of diplomatic restraint. Every statement, every image was calculated to send a message. We are here. We are powerful. We are not afraid. Military strategists around the world began redesigning entire defense protocols. The Black Star wasn't just a ship, it was a statement of human potential. Its technology suggested capabilities far beyond what anyone had imagined possible. Economic markets reacted immediately. Companies involved in advanced research saw their stock prices skyrocket. Investments in space technology and quantum research doubled overnight. Governments that had previously hesitated to fund ambitious space programs now scrambled to catch up. The scientific community was electrified. The quantum technologies demonstrated by the Black Star suggested breakthroughs in multiple fields. Energy production, communication, medical research, everything could be revolutionized. Alien diplomatic channels became a complex web of hidden messages and careful negotiations. Some species began reaching out, hoping to establish friendly relations with humanity. Others prepared defensive positions, unsure of human intentions. Captain Kim understood the larger game. This wasn't about destruction. It was about establishing a new understanding of humanity's place in the galaxy. The Black Star was a diplomatic instrument as much as a military vessel. Hara Park continued her analysis. The ship's AI was learning at an exponential rate. Each piece of data from the encounter was being processed, integrated, understood. The technology was evolving in real time. Jun Huang's final presentation slide contained a simple message: humanity, not just surviving, but ready to thrive. The Global Command Center remained silent. Everyone understood they were witnessing a moment that would be remembered for generations. The day humanity transformed from a potential victim to a galactic power. As screens continued to display data and strategic assessments, one thing became crystal clear. The universe would never look at humans the same way again. The Black Star had changed everything. Deep space stretched like an endless black canvas, broken only by the soft blue pulse of the USS Black Star's quantum drive. Captain Daewon Kim studied the holographic star charts, his fingers tracing potential attack vectors against the hegemony's central command systems. The mission was precise. Not revenge, not destruction, but a calculated demonstration of human, technological superiority. Hara Park's voice broke the silence. All systems are operational, quantum stealth mode at maximum efficiency. Her hands moved across complex interfaces, each movement preparing the ship for its most critical operation. Jun Huang entered the bridge, his strategic analysis displayed on multiple screens. Primary hegemony communication and military control centers identified, he reported. Total of 7 critical installations within the Sigma quadrant. The Black Star moved like a ghost through space. No conventional detection systems could track its movement. It was more than a ship. It was a technological marvel that redefined the concept of military strategy. Their first target was a massive orbital communication hub. Billions of data streams passed through this single installation, controlling military communications across multiple star systems. Disabling it would create maximum psychological impact with minimal physical destruction. Initiating quantum network. Infiltration, Jun announced. The ship's advanced AI began its silent attack. No explosions, no visible destruction. Just a precise, methodical breakdown of complex systems. Within minutes, the communication hub went dark. Not destroyed, simply neutralized. Every system carefully disabled, every data stream redirected or eliminated. It was surgical precision. At a galactic scale, the hegemony's military commanders would soon realize something terrifying. They were completely blind. Captain Kim watched the holographic displays. Each disabled installation represented more than a strategic victory. It was a message. Humanity could disable entire systems without firing a single traditional weapon. Hara's sensors picked up the first signs of hegemony response. Panic, confusion. Their communication networks were fragmenting, unable to coordinate a unified defensive strategy. Secondary targets preparing defensive protocols, a young officer reported. But it was already too late. The Black Star's quantum cascade systems began their calculated intervention. Defensive systems were turned against themselves. Weapon platforms became inert. Entire military installations found themselves locked out of their own critical systems. 0 human casualties, Jun confirmed. 100% technological neutralization. Each attack was designed to prove a point. Humanity wasn't seeking destruction. They were demonstrating a level of technological advancement that made traditional warfare obsolete. The psychological impact was immediate. Hegemony communication channels began broadcasting desperate messages, some pleading, some threatening, most simply confused by the unprecedented attack. Captain Kim understood the larger strategy. This wasn't about winning a war. It was about establishing a new understanding of power dynamics in the galaxy. Prepare diplomatic communication package, he instructed. Even as they disabled critical systems, they were preparing a message of potential cooperation. Hara's systems continued their precise intervention. Complex quantum algorithms danced through alien networks, revealing vulnerabilities, demonstrating capabilities that seemed almost magical to conventional technological understanding. Within 6 hours, 7 major hegemony installations had been completely neutralized. No physical damage, no loss of life, just a complete technological shutdown that left their military infrastructure in complete chaos. The bridge crew worked with calm precision. Each member understood they were part of something histo. In the cold, sterile halls of Earth's most secretive research facility, Captain Daewon Kim stood motionless, his eyes fixed on the holographic projection of the most advanced spacecraft humanity had ever conceived. The USS Black Star wasn't just a ship. It was humanity's ultimate statement to the universe. The year was 2157, and the world had changed dramatically. Decades of technological advancements and global cooperation had transformed Earth from a planet of divided nations to a unified force of human potential. Alien encounters had been brief and tense, with humanity always feeling like the underdog in a vast, intimidating galactic landscape. Hara Park, the chief engineer, moved her fingers across the holographic interface, rotating the ship's three-dimensional blueprint. Her movements were precise, calculated. Every system, every component of the Black Star had been designed with one purpose: to protect humanity and prove its worth among the stars. The ship's origin was rooted in a moment of desperation. 10 years earlier, a small human colony in the Iati Epsilon system had been ruthlessly attacked by the galactic hegemony, a collection of alien civilizations that viewed humans as primitive and insignificant. Thousands of human lives were lost, entire settlements reduced to cosmic dust. That moment changed everything. Governments united. The world's top scientists, engineers, and military strategists were brought together in a secret program. Their mission was simple yet impossible: create a vessel that could not only defend humanity, but also demonstrate its technological superiority. The Black Star was more than metal and circuits. It represented hope, revenge, and human potential. Its quantum stealth systems could render the ship invisible to even the most advanced scanning technologies. The nano-regenerative hull could repair damage almost instantly. Its AI combat network could process millions of tactical scenarios in microseconds. Captain Kim remembered the early days of the project: sleepless nights, endless simulations, constant failures, and rare moments of breakthrough. Many said it was impossible. Many believed humans could never create such an advanced piece of technology. But they were wrong. Funding came from every major nation. Resources were pooled. The best minds worked in absolute secrecy, hidden in underground facilities and orbital research stations. They knew that if the hegemony discovered their project, it would be destroyed before it could ever launch. Hara Park was responsible for the ship's propulsion system. A breakthrough in quantum fold drive technology allowed the Black Star to move in ways no other spacecraft could imagine. Faster-than-light travel wasn't just an option, it was a standard operating capability. The ship's weapons were equally revolutionary. Quantum cascade cannons could theoretically disable entire fleets with a single synchronized burst. Energy shields that could absorb and redirect massive amounts of destructive power were integrated into every section of the hull. But technology was only part of the equation. The crew selection was equally crucial. Captain Kim had personally interviewed and selected each crew member. They weren't just soldiers or scientists. They were humanity's best and brightest. Each one represented years of training, specialized skills, and an unwavering commitment to their species. Psychological preparation was intense. The crew underwent simulations that pushed human endurance to its absolute limits. They trained not just to fight, but to represent humanity in its most critical moment of potential first contact and potential conflict. As the holographic display continued to spin, showing intricate details of the Black Star, Hara noticed Captain Kim's expression. It wasn't just professional pride. It was something deeper: hope, determination, a promise that humanity would no longer be seen as weak. The final assembly was taking place in a massive orbital shipyard, hidden from satellite surveillance and shielded from any potential alien detection. Massive construction robots worked in perfect synchronization, bringing the ship's components together piece by piece. When complete, the USS Black Star would be 7.2 kilometers long, a floating testament to human engineering and resilience. Its crew of 12,500 personnel represented the most diverse and talented group ever assembled for a single mission. As the holographic display faded, Captain Kim turned to Hara. No words were needed. They both understood what was at stake. The Black Star was more than a ship. It was humanity's message to the universe. We are here, we are powerful, and we will not be ignored. The vast darkness of space stretched endlessly, broken only by the soft blue glow of the USS Black Star's quantum drive. Captain Daewon Kim sat in the command chair, his fingers lightly touching the holographic interface. Around him, the bridge crew worked with quiet precision, each movement calculated and purposeful. Jun Huang, the strategic analyst, broke the silence. "Multiple unidentified vessels approaching," he announced, his voice steady. The holographic displays flickered to life, showing a gathering of hegemony patrol ships. They moved with the arrogance of a force that had never known defeat. The hegemony ships were massive, their metallic hulls reflecting countless conquests. They had swept through dozens of star systems, crushing any civilization that dared to resist. Humans were just another potential target, or so they believed. Hara Park's fingers danced across her engineering console. The Black Star's quantum stealth systems were fully engaged, making the ship virtually invisible to conventional scanning methods. But she knew they would be detected soon. First contact was inevitable. "Incoming transmission," a young communications officer reported. The main screen filled with the image of a hegemony commander, a creature with multiple eyes and a skin that seemed to shift colors like living metal. "Unidentified human vessel," the commander's translated voice boomed. "You are entering restricted space. Prepare for immediate inspection and potential seizure." Captain Kim allowed himself a slight smile. The commander's tone was dripping with condescension, typical of a species that believed itself superior to all others. "This is Captain Daewon Kim of the USS Black Star," he responded, his voice calm and clear. "We are on a peaceful exploration mission." The hegemony commander laughed, a harsh, grating sound that echoed through the bridge. "Peaceful? Humans know nothing of peace. Prepare to be boarded." 4 hegemony battleships began to move into attack. Formation. Their weapon systems charged, creating a web of destructive potential that would have obliterated any known human vessel in seconds. But the Black Star was not an ordinary ship. "Defensive protocols," Captain Kim commanded. The bridge crew moved with practiced efficiency. Hara's fingers touched a series of complex controls, activating systems that had been years in development. The first missile volley came. Thousands of high-energy projectiles streaked towards the Black Star, each capable of destroying entire sections of a conventional spacecraft. But these missiles never reached their target. The ship's quantum adaptive shield created a complex interference pattern. Each missile was redirected, some turning back toward their original launchers, others simply dissipating into harmless energy. "Impossible," the hegemony commander screamed. Captain Kim gave a simple command. Tactical response. The Black Star's quantum cascade cannons powered up. They weren't just weapons. They were precision instruments of technological superiority. With mathematical perfection, they targeted each hegemony vessel's critical systems. In less than 3 minutes, 4 massive battleships were disabled. Not destroyed, disabled. It was a calculated message. Humanity could annihilate them but chose not to. Jun Huang's analysis was instantaneous. Complete system shutdown of enemy vessels. No casualties detected. Quantum interference confirms total technological superiority. The communication channel remained open. The hegemony commander's multiple eyes showed pure shock. No words came. What could be said in the face of such a demonstration? Captain Kim leaned forward. "We come in peace," he repeated, "but we will defend ourselves if necessary." The encounter lasted less than 10 minutes, but those 10 minutes would change galactic politics forever. As the Black Star moved past the disabled hegemony ships, Hara noticed something on her sensors. The ships weren't just disabled, they were being studied. Every system, every piece of technology was being scanned and analyzed. Humanity had just sent a message louder than any weapon. We are here, we are advanced, and we will not be underestimated. The Phi blue glow of the quantum drive continued to pulse, carrying the black star deeper.